To our Tuesday morning breathwork class. Thank you for joining me. We will continue on working on relaxing breath, opening up the rib cage, getting the biomechanics working, focusing on the biochemistry, just breathing the right volume of air. And then we'll have another little practice. If you were here last week, we were doing a water buffalo, which is quite a fun practice, which activates the diaphragm, puts a little bit of stress on the body for a good purpose. So we'll use that breath practice at the end of the session. We'll start off just by mobilizing the spine in 6 directions. First direction, rotation, knocking. Our feet are about shoulder width apart. A little bit of bend in the knees, so you've got a really good base of support. That's the aim of this, to make sure you're supported and connected to the ground. Just keep going with the knocking. I just want to check I've got my microphone on the right setting, because sometimes it doesn't work on Facebook. Let's have a little go with that. Yes, that should be good. So hopefully everybody can hear on Facebook and YouTube as well. So we're starting knocking, grounded, stable, strong through the lower body, and light, tall, proud through the upper body. Tapping across the belly, tapping across the back, getting the blood flow, energy flow, lymphatic drainage going. And our breath is just easy, natural, in and out through the nose. Not having to do anything in particular with the breath apart from just let it flow. The reason we're doing this movement is to mobilize the spine. Mobilizing the spine mobilizes the rib cage, allows us to breathe more freely, more easily. If it feels comfortable for you, the front arm just creates a light fist and just taps just underneath the collarbone, just a light tap. Or if you prefer, just keep knocking, lower back, belly. If it feels good, we're just tapping on the lung points, just tapping tops of the lungs with that focus of the breath. As you breathe in, breathe out naturally. Backhand is still tapping on the back of the body. Bring it back down to the belly if you are tapping the lung point. Gradually slowing down, gradually slowing down. As you gradually slow down, just bring a little bit of resistance to the arms and move into water waves. And the slower you go with this, the more you feel the air through your fingers. If you've got a t-shirt on, you can feel it on the skin, on the arms. When we're talking about energies, internal energy of the body, external energy, you can physically feel the air around you there. If you go nice and slow, you can feel that external energy. Slowing it down. Let's go straight into spinal cord breathing. So you just drop a little bit more in the knees, drop the hips back a little bit, open up the spine, lift the heart up to the sky, open up the chest, bring the elbows back. And you make a little bit of a ducktail there with the lower back and with the pelvis. And then we curl, tuck the pelvis underneath and bring the ribs towards the pelvis there. So extend and open up. Look up to the sky, curl into a little ball. Extend and open up. Curl into a little ball. And as we breathe with this movement, if it feels comfortable for you, you're breathing in as we let the energy pour in through the nose. You're breathing out as you squeeze the air out, curl up into a little ball. Breathing in, breathing out. The breath is quiet, so you're not breathing big full breaths of air, you're just breathing what your body needs. Just let the breath flow in, and let the breath flow out. And you'll find you settle into your own comfortable rhythm. So there's a smooth, fluid feel and move through the body, combined with that slow, smooth, effortless breath. The reason why we're doing this movement is we're getting the spine activated, energized, mobilized, extending, so extending the spine upwards and then flexing, getting movement between each of the vertebrae, lower back, upper back, and neck. Remember, the neck is part of the spine. We will finish that movement off going straight into dog wags the tail. Starting with the legs, pushing into the ground, hips go, hips follow, and then spine follows. So the tail moves first, tailbone moves first, and then the upper body waves on the top. So we're now moving the spine in side to side movement, lateral flexion. As you move to one side, the spine flexes and moves. Particularly let that head go with it at the very top of the movement. So the head is on top of the spine. It's quite nice to feel still that gentle lift through the crown. And it's often tempting to move the head first or try and move the head in a particular way, but see if you can just again go with that flow of the body. The movement is from the ground upwards. And every time I do this, you might feel different clicks and clunks. The idea with all of these warm-up exercises or mobilization exercises is that we're clearing any blockages, so any tight muscles, blocked joints, just Just clearing out the blockages so that when we go into flow, then the movement and the breath will flow effortlessly, as easy as possible. And slow it down, slow it down. Let's just take a moment standing. It's quite nice just to balance. Do nothing, just feel how the body is feeling this morning. Not forcing anything, not trying to balance or not trying to stand in any particular way. Just feeling comfortable, relaxed, safe. And then just before we go into a couple of flows, we'll just do a little bit of shaking. And I was thinking yesterday, it was something that Maureen said a while back in the Zoom classes, that actually if we run, when we go running, there's almost like that shaking through the body. So it's clearing and cleansing rather than feeling as if it's hard work and hitting. So you want to get that feeling of very nice sensation of vibration throughout the whole body. And this is really good for finding where you may have a little bit of blockage. So the shoulders might be like this, and you can't move, the shoulders aren't moving, so if you can let the shoulders go. Or even in the lower legs, if you've got a tight calf, tight ankles, you can maybe just feel there's less vibration through that area. So you can focus on that area, or just in general through the body. And here we'll take a fuller breath in through the nose. This is about releasing tightness and tension. So we'll use a releasing breath, which is a breath in through the nose. Slow, full breath in through the nose, and make whatever sound you want to make. You might want to hum, or you may just want to breathe out through the nose. But remember, we want to release tightness and tension. So release often needs a little bit more energy out. So breath in, and it's a nice morning. Looking forward to going for a run, looking forward to the day ahead. Let's do one more breath in, and you're all in the comfort of your own home, so you can hopefully make whatever sound you want to make, and then slow it down, slow it down. Stand again. Now feel the difference when you've added that shake to the tingling sensations, the energy, the blood flowing through the body. You might just want to bring the palms facing forwards a little bit. Feel, notice any sensations you feel in the fingers. And then bring your attention to the breath. Notice the breath. Just let it be as it feels comfortable. It may be a little bit quicker. We've just been shaking and moving quite a bit. So the breath, just let the breath naturally be in and out through the nose. Just bring a little bit more stillness to the breath, lightness to the breath. Just by visualizing, just by thinking that rather than controlling that. Step out to shoulder width apart. Our standard standing stance, a little bit of bend in the knees. Now we're going into flow. So flow is very much doing less, being effortless. Mobilization is all about doing something to clear energy, to mobilize the body, to warm the body up. This is about doing less and just letting the breath guide the movement. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breath in. Spiraling the arms. Holding up the earth. Breath out. Settle into your own comfortable rhythm and your own comfortable pace. Bring your attention to the nostrils and just notice how light the air is. Cool, light air as you breathe in. And warm, smooth air as you breathe out. Feel the space within the nasal cavity, within the skull, when you breathe in. Feel the air entering that space. Coolness of the air as you breathe in. So you're breathing so light that there's hardly any movement in the small hairs inside the nostrils. Bringing your attention to the physical movement, strong through the legs, through the lower body, grounded and connected. Feel that very subtle spine wave as the spine extends and then relaxes. So it's a smaller version of your spinal cord breathing mobilization. We're still breathing with the spine. Extending as you're lifting up. Softening as you're moving down. If you're feeling lots of pressure, too much pressure maybe through the knees in the lower body, in the legs, just make sure you shift the weight back a little bit towards the heels as you lift up. And then you can stand a little bit more towards the front ball of the foot as you move down. So a little bit of weight shift back. But very subtle. Again, this is not about doing a movement. This is about really going with the flow, settle into that easy flowing, effortless moves. Bringing your awareness back to the breath. That cool, fresh air just pouring into the body. That is bringing energy. It's the first place you will bring energy into the body is through the breath. You get energy from food, of course, but the first place you get energy into the body is bringing oxygen into the body. Really just tune in now to your light, slow, deep, effortless breathing. And when you take this into any exercise, if you think of walking, running, really just remember this experience of the breath just flowing naturally in and out of the body. You're not having to pull air in, you're not having to breathe in a particular way, overuse any breathing muscles. It's just flowing naturally into the body. You're breathing just the right volume of air that your body needs. Not more, not less. And the more you get into this movement, the more you might notice that little bit of a stillness at the top of the breath there. And a stillness at the bottom there. And take a rest. Step your feet in. Shake out if you need to shake the legs out. I know when we're standing and doing a flow for quite a while, you can really feel it strengthening the legs. So again, we don't want to overstress the body in those flow movements. But the more you practice those and continue for a longer period of time doing one movement, the more you can really settle into that move. You can feel those tiny adjustments that you can make to make you feel even stronger and more stable and even lighter and more effortless. More effortless? Can you be more effortless? Now for something completely different, we'll do our water buffalo breath. So the idea of this practice is to actually create stress on the body. Stress can be good, so it's good to stress the body so you can balance it out with parasympathetic relaxation of the body. You don't just want to be relaxed all of the time, you don't just want to be stressed all of the time. So this is a combination of the two. I always emphasize whenever we do any breathing practice that is a stressor on the body, do not do it if you're pregnant, if you've got any high blood pressure, any cardiovascular issues. Also with this one, if you've just eaten or just had a drink, just go easy on it because we're actively activating the diaphragm. So we'll work through it. We've got 3 starting positions. You can either just rest on your thighs like that. Watch that your back is nice and strong so we're not hunched over like this. So shoulders down. So we've just got that angle forward like that. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can just dangle your arms down, so your light fist. So this is more a water buffalo position. You're looking ahead. So again, spine-wise, nice strong spine, shoulders down. If you want to challenge yourself even more, you can go a little bit lower. So you can drop more into a squat. So this is very much an active practice. We are using the diaphragm to blow the breath out, and we breath out through the mouth. So let's just practice that. You're pulling the diaphragm back into its resting posture, like blowing a candle out. So you're pulling belly button towards the spine and breathing out. So the focus is on the out breath. If you blow out, the breath naturally comes back in. You don't have to focus on breathing in. The reason why we're in this position is because it really opens up the rib cage, and it's a great way of activating the diaphragm, also getting breath into the back of the body. So breathing into that kidney area into the back of the body. Let's just do 3 full big breaths like that. So you breathe in through the nose to start off with, and then let the breath back in. Let the breath back in. And then slowly come up to standing. Just bring yourself up to standing. To come up to standing, you push through the heels, very much like we do when we've done our tiger. If you've done the movement class, you push through the heels to come back up to standing. Take it slowly coming back up to standing, because you might get a little bit of lightheadedness when we've done that active exhale. Let's go back down. Whatever position, there, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, really work the hips. Nice strong spine. Little bit quicker, let's do 5. So breath in, and then just let the breath in, push back up to standing. Good. Now let's do 10. So 10 quick ones, or if you prefer, if you just want to stick to 5, do 5. On the 11th or the 6th, long breath out, squeeze all the breath out. As we come up and we do a pulling down the heavens. So this is the balancing out of your stressor. This is coming into relaxation. So then we just let the breath slow and be calm and relaxed. So we always, with this practice, we can always add that balance to the stress of the breath. So let's go back down into our start position, whichever one you prefer. When you're ready, breath in, and we'll go for 10 quick ones, and then into pulling a long exhale for the 11th, and then pulling down the heavens. So breath in, and squeeze the breath out, pushing up, breath in. Just let the breath naturally come back in. Breath in through the nose. Breath out through the nose. Breath in through the nose. Breath out through the nose. And when you're doing your pulling down the heavens, you do as many as you feel you need just to bring the body back to relaxation, to bring the heart rate down. So if you imagine you're doing interval training, the water buffalo is the interval, if you like, and then this is your recovery period. So bring the heart rate back down, feel calm, balanced. And then let's go back into one more. So start position, whichever start position you want to work on. When you're ready, in your own time, we'll just go for 10. Remember, you're actively using the diaphragm to blow that air out of the body. Breath in, and squeeze out. Slowly, slowly, slowly come up to standing. Breath in, breath out. Slowing the breath, calming the breath, calming the mind, moving from stress to releasing any tension, tightness. One more. Palms crossed, palms resting on the lower abdomen, bringing your feet together. A little bit of friction, a little bit of rub down, a little bit of stretch, whatever feel you might need. If you'd like, if you have the time, it would be a really good time just to sit and do some resonance breathing. So just that balanced breath in, breath out. I know most probably you need to head off and do some work, or maybe you're going out to do some run, but just just let yourself, the body calm a little bit, and then head out and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks as always for joining and for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday for our movement practice. Have a great day. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Thanks, Ray. Bye.
Bye.